right, first episode. Good morning, Coach. We got Coach P with us, Maryville College. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Hey, listen. First episode, I thought I've got to ask Coach Raul Placeres, man. I mean, every time you've been so welcoming, come and spoken to the team. You've had us at games. There was nobody else I was going to ask other than
I
you being
appreciate
our
that.
first guest.
I appreciate that.
For sure. So basically the whole point of this, man, is just talking to some coaches, 5-10 minutes, talking a little bit basketball. What an odd year it's been with COVID. And I don't think anybody got as much basketball as we really needed. I knew it was going to be a crazy year, especially watching the NCAA tournament that just wrapped up. And I knew something crazy had happened, like UCLA, for example, going on its run.
Right.
But you guys had a good year, man. I saw you guys won the USA Southwest championship.
We did, man. We had a really good year, with everything that obviously went on. Won the regular season title and then obviously won the conference tournament championship. So, we were the only team in the league to be able to do that. So, I had a good year. Had a couple guys make first team all conference, had another kid make second team all conference, and led the league in a lot of statistical categories, just not in the conference, but, on a national scale. So all in all, a really good year in year two here at the college.
So I'm gonna tell you what I struggled with the most this year. Obviously, we didn't have a season like a lot of other schools didn't. And then a lot of schools had a season, but they were shortened. I think you guys just played conference, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's all we did was play conference games.
So I'll tell you the biggest thing I struggled with, man. How have you maintained team cohesiveness during COVID? I mean, it's obviously been a struggle. We're not able to go out, do as many team activities as we were doing. And I think that showed a lot. Now, obviously you can see from behind me, I'm a Kentucky fan. My a lot of my friends say it's my downfall, but you know what? It's God's team. I can't go against what the Lord says. But man, I really think with Kentucky, that was one of the problems is you're bringing in all these freshmen. They don't have that chance to really bond, play those preseason games. And it certainly showed to have the worst season since 26. How have you been doing that?
Man, I think, you could only do what you could do. What we tried to do was not make excuses for all this. We talked about that early in the fall. We're going to use this adversity as an advantage, right? And not as a disadvantage. And so, the times we could be together, we took advantage of those times. We really embraced the fact that we were grateful for every single moment that we spent with one another because nothing was guaranteed. And, we kind of took that approach all year, did an exercise with the guys this year of, read a book, It Takes What It Takes. And the author was talking about, write down 50 words that you think describes your team, give it out to the individual players, circle 5 of those words. And if your team is really dialed in and built like you think they are, the 5 words that come back should resonate with what you think the team is all about. And, the biggest word that came out was being unselfish. And we played that way all year long. And so, obviously the project worked well because it did. It really showcased what we were about all year long. And man, we just embraced the moment together. We went through 2 quarantines as a team, one in the fall, one in the spring. So that was tough. We went through 11 straight weeks of testing. It's something that nobody ever could plan for. So you just went with it as it came. But the biggest thing was not making excuses for it. So, I guess how we dealt with it is just embracing it a day at a time and enjoying the moment with one another.
No doubt. I'll tell you one of the biggest quotes I've read, and I have it printed out right above my desk that has stuck with me, is if you can't change your circumstances, you change your perspective. And,
right.
How deep that is. I mean, nobody expected this. I know we joked a little bit earlier. I said, man, I found some gray hairs here the other day.
Yeah.
That was without a season. How many more would I have found if I had a season? Man, I would
right.
have, this whole thing would have been great. Really, I'm using a filter on Zoom anyway, so I'm just covering it up.
That's awesome.
Hey, so with that, man, what inspires you to keep coaching? Tell us a little bit about your coaching background. I mean, you're assistant, you take over Maryville College. What a phenomenal job you've done. But talk a little bit about your history with basketball, and then what inspires you to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, obviously the love for the game.
Yeah, man, basketball has opened up so many doors for me. I come from real humble beginnings. We were a poor family growing up, and not because my parents didn't work as hard as they could. They did everything they could to make our lives, my life, my brother, my sister's life as good as possible. But basketball was the tool I used to be able to go to the two of the best private schools back home in Miami, Florida, which opened up a lot of doors, a lot of contacts throughout my time down there. Through basketball, I was able to play 2 years of junior college ball, 2 years here at the college, play some semi-pro ball here locally with the Knoxville Thunderbolts of the ABA. And I got my first start. Dr. Jack Parton he is still currently the superintendent for Sevier County Schools. He gave me my first opportunity at 23 years old. I was a baby right out of college, and, went right straight into high school as a head coach. Took over a program that had been struggling a little bit. Probably at that, believe I'm getting old now, so I forget these numbers, but something like, they had won less than 25 games in like the 4 previous years I was there, before I got there. And in the 4 years that I was there, we won 80 plus games and sent, 6, 7 guys to college, and, won regular season district titles. Were ranked in the top 10 in the state, I think as high as number 2 years in a row. And then, the opportunity came here to work for Coach Lambert, who was my college coach my last 2 years. And, it was a great working dynamic between him and I. And, after 8 years, he kind of tricked me a little bit. He said, when he first hired me, he said he only had 4 years left, but, I guess we kept winning and having a good time. So he stayed an extra 4 years. But, after my 8 years here as an associate head coach, I was granted an opportunity by our athletic director and our administration to be the head coach here. And, in year 2, we've already gained a regular season championship and a conference tournament championship. So hopefully I can continue to grow in that direction. And man, I've been blessed with a lot of people in my life that have helped me get here. I tell the kids all the time, I have a phrase that I repeatedly use every single day. It's not what people can do for you, but it's what people can do to you. So it's important for you to choose your circle wisely. So, I try my best to surround myself with great people, man. It has nothing to do with knowing the most X's and O's, or I think it has to do with investing in people, and people will let you down, but there's no greater investment than investing in people. And I just think that's what humanity is all about.
Man, that's the thing I love. I didn't know we're preaching. I didn't know we're going to church today. All right, here I got one question for you. I think this is a question that plagues all coaches and anybody who watches basketball. I'm going to give you a hypothetical question. Up 3, 5 seconds left. Other team has the ball. You foul. That's been the question.
That's been the question. I have, as much basketball as I've coached, we still probably have not had that opportunity come about where we have to make that decision, believe it or not. I always say foul because I think you have to accomplish, you have to get more things right than just hitting one shot, right? You got to make that first free throw, which is a pressure free throw. Then you got to miss the next one on purpose and make it bounce the right way where you can get it. And then you got to score again. So I think you have to do more things than sometimes, a guy would just get the ball, throw it up, and sometimes it just goes in, right? So, I hope not to be in those situations because you don't want to be in those situations. You'd rather be up a bunch where you don't have to worry about it. But those conversations have come up, and especially during this NCAA tournament season, we kind of saw that in a couple of games. You sometimes as a coach, you believe in your defense so much that you say, you know what, we've been doing this all year. We just got to get a stop. So, I see both ways. I see both sides of it. But if I'm presented with that opportunity, I'll probably more than likely always foul with 5 seconds or less to go up 3.
I'm right there with you, because how many times are we going to see a Duke UNC game like we saw? What was it, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah,
that
crazy. Mm-hmm.
All right, I got something I want to start doing on this, because I like to put people on the spot, see how quick we can think. Just rapid fire questions. Hey, some may be legitimate, some may be a little bit out there, man. You ready for this?
Go for it, man. Go
All right,
for it.
favorite movie,
The Godfather.
favorite TV show.
Saved by the Bell.
I like it. Favorite musical artist.
Oof. That's a tough one. You know, I'm Cuban, so you know it can be a Cuban art, it can be Cuban music. Man, Led Zeppelin. I'm a big
Hey, I
Led
like
Zeppelin
that
guy.
one too. I like that one too. Heartbreaker. All right, Wilson or Spalding?
Wilson.
Nike, Reebok.
Nike all the way.
Hey, Batman or Superman?
Superman.
All right. Last question I'm going to close with. This might get some comments on Facebook on this last one. LeBron or Jordan?
Magic Johnson.
Hey, that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. I'm not even answering.
Michael Jordan all day, every day.
That's it, man. How can you go against it, especially after watching a lot? That's what we grew up on, man. 90s NBA basketball.
No question. No question, man. Michael Jordan all day, every day.
Coach, I appreciate you, man. You are an inspiration to me, just how open you are and willing to help. And I lean on you as a mentor, man, and the feedback you give. I mean, it's funny. We have a lot of the same coaching philosophy, but maybe it's hearing it from somebody besides myself, because I like to talk too much. And the way you put it, man, it really resonates. How's Bean doing with soccer? I've been seeing pictures.
Yeah, she's doing good. We're next 4 weekends. We're out of town. You know how that goes. You have one yourself.
Oh
So
yeah.
we're in Indy, Nashville, South Carolina, I think, and Ohio. So you know, busy times, but man, it's I think the greatest gift is one of the greatest gifts is being a parent, man. And I enjoy it. I love it. I try to be as many events as I possibly can for my daughter. I think that's our role and our job as fathers, is to be there for our kids. So, man, I appreciate you having me as the first person. You know that if there's anything I can ever do for you, I'm here for you. And man, keep it going. And I guess go Big Blue, I guess, right?
That's it. You got it. Now, hey, I've never met somebody reject a steak dinner as much as you. Now, because you said that, we got to get a steak dinner when it comes up.
No doubt.
See you,
No
Coach.
doubt, man.